for game 1. Are you surprised? I am not. BeJay is right away starting off very aggressive, not what you are used to from your average Snake, but of course this is not your average Snake.
Now this is BeJay we're talking about, and he's known for not being afraid to make his hands dirty.
Look at that, only 20 seconds and we are already in goal range.
Yeah, so the go is triggered, but that also means that BeJay is looking for the kill setup and gets it with the C4.
This is what you were talking about earlier. Snake kills very early. It's kind of a problem for Terry because, of course, he wants to stay in goal range for as long as possible.
Right. Gets the up smash. That will take care of that first stock from BeJay. So we're back to 0%, and this is going quite even. But at the same time, it's blow for blow here.
Yeah, it's very explosive. We all know Terry can kill early, but Patrino is showing us that he can do it without using that goal meter. But here comes DJ with one of his famous advantage saves. They don't end until you take at least 50%. Now we see Patrino at 58 as he gets started on a bit of his own momentum.
Right, and Patrino is trying to shield against all those grenades. Gets a jab power dunk.
Yeah, that's a classic. Imagine getting 26% off of your jab.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Where can I sign up?
Well, Terry's right there.
Right, gets the up smash, 2 jabs will keep Patrino in place and gets the up tilt once again.
Yes.
No usage from that go right there.
Yeah, that goal meter, as soon as it is visible on screen, it's more like a death flag for Patrino than the other way around. BeJay always finishes it up nice and tight immediately when we see that goal meter.
Yeah, but Patrino is trading right behind, looking for the kill option, but BeJay gets the better of him with that down air to forward tilt. Already 48% on Patrino. Can he finish this stock from BeJay though? Doesn't look like it.
Oh yeah, that's another full down air. Snake's multi-hit aerials do so much damage. There's another full hit down air. Go on the stage. Are we gonna get a Buster Wolf? No, we are not.
Kita, Patrino will have to dodge this one. Uses the up tilt twice.
Yes!
Oh, there's
Yes,
that
yes,
Buster Wolf.
We did get it. It was just delayed a little bit. Patrino finally getting to make good use of that goal meter. He does it again for a clean 41%. That Buster Wolf definitely seems to be the favorite go-to move, if you will. Like, I see the power guys are less often, and we're not gonna see it this game as BeJay gets a big old up tilt to finish out game 1.
And I think that BeJay played that quite well, making use of his full toolkit. I especially like the down tilts from BeJay, really keeping Patrino at bay and using the grenades to further extend his advantage right there.
Right, for those of you who have been watching the stream earlier today, you have already seen BeJay play versus Dia, for example, in that game as well. His down tilt use is actually kind of unique, you know? A lot of snakes just kind of forget about it, forgo it. It's not that impressive of a move. To be fair, that's quite a high bar to live up to compared to the rest of his kits, but BeJay makes excellent use of that move.
Yeah, and also BeJay always on the lookout to get one of those F smashes. And Fox being a very light character that might have killed, but it doesn't connect. Does get 2 down airs.
Right, speaking of Fox, we do see the switch from Patrino. Despite it actually being, well, I'm not gonna say close, but you know, he was doing quite well with Terry.
Yeah,
he got the last stock, but I guess that's not good enough for Patrino. Of course, he only goes for the win. So here is the Fox. He wanted to read a get-up option, but did not read the normal get-up. Up smash is not enough to kill. What do you think he's gonna be looking for?
Well, he's definitely looking for one of those nairs into up smashes or something like that, because, well, you need something safe against Snake, because if you do anything unsafe, then, well, you're gonna eat an up tilt to the face.
Oh, beautiful ice guard by Patrino, rising nair. You know, Fox might not have the best recovery and one hell of a fall speed, but you can still use that nair for some gnarly edge guards, as Patrino is showing us right here. Firefox not fast enough to catch up to the gyro. Whatever it's called, gyrocopter? I don't know.
Cypher, but...
Cypher, that's it.
So far, BeJay has been struggling to get back. Does get the back air here, so Patrino will be off his trail for a little bit. Great tech, makes it back to the stage. BeJay already on 104%, and Gijsbeer, this is looking like a very different match from
Right,
number
for
1.
at least half a minute, BeJay has not made it back to neutral. He finally gets there and instantly gets cooped up by that up smash, but Patrino is on a roll.
Yeah, the Fox pick definitely working out for BeJay, gets a little bit of revenge here. But Patrino is so far ahead, already a full stock and this is looking mighty rough for BeJay.
Right, and it just keeps going. Already 23%. There's the lasers for a bit of bonus damage. I love it when foxes use their lasers, you know.
Right, it's such a great tool because it forces your opponent to do something. Otherwise, you're gonna eat those lasers to the face.
Right, it's mentally draining in a way where Fox is always making you work hard. He's in your face, he's scaring you. If Fox is mixing those lasers when they're not close to you, there's really no rest for you mentally. No. Even when you finally make it to those longer ranges.
Especially playing against Patrino because he can be so aggressive. And
yeah, that's already confirmed, but he waited for the air dodge.
It requires every single bit of focus to play against Patrino's Fox, and BeJay slipping up just a little bit at the end there, and Patrino was able to finish it up.
Right, like Fox is a tough character to face in bracket, not just because he's actually good, but which he is.
Well, we've got a lot of good characters in this game.
But also because a lot of these, these bigger tournaments that are PR, power ranked, qualified, whatever you want to call it, they have a lot of good players in them, a lot of players in general. You're gonna need that stamina.
Yeah.
And win or lose, players like Patrino, characters like Fox, they're gonna drain that stamina, even if you win them. You might just win and then end up in the high round and be completely drained.
Right.
Of course, we're in top 8 now, so all these players are well adjusted to the pressures and the duration of these larger tournaments. And that was a weird Firefox. I don't know what the plan was right there.
No, I think there was just a little misinput, but it doesn't really matter because he's already back on BeJay's trail.
Right, and BeJay is rather aggressive for a snake, and we see that. We see that right here. He's trying to catch up, he's trying to box, he's trying to play with Fox, not just throwing out grenades.
He's not scared. He wants to get up close and personal, hit those forward tilts, hit those aerials, and that was kind of the way he won game 1, against that Terry. Got all those down airs, got all those forward tilts. And now he seems to be struggling in that boxing match against Patrino.
Right. It might be a little more dangerous to box like that versus Terry because he's more powerful, but it's a lot harder to keep up with Fox's speed, his frame data, his consistent jumping in boxing range with the nairs, and that makes it a little hard to adjust to what Fox is doing. We see a much better game a second game of Fox rather than the first game we saw of Fox, and that's supposedly due to BeJay getting kind of used to Patrino's Fox.
Yeah, and that Firefox was a lot better, does get the kill, but BeJay was waiting there with that up tilt, does get it. Patrino on his second stock. BeJay using the grenades to interrupt any sort of combo, and we're back to neutral.
Back to neutral indeed, slight lead for Patrino, but of course these characters die at very different percentages. But he's extending it. BeJay has been having a lot of trouble at the ledge. And the trouble's gonna continue.
Yeah, it definitely is. Does get grabbed at the ledge, but Fox, of course, not a very strong down throw. The ledge trapping continues, does get back on stage, but...
Right, that's good for BeJay, catching a little break right there. I find, personally, in bracket, there is little as demoralizing as being put on the ledge over and over again. Each time you choose to get up option, you get put right back off. That really drains the spirit.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly what Patrino is known for, being able to ledge trap so well with that Fox Nair. But for now, BeJay up in the air, needs to get off that ledge once again. There's that Nair I was talking about, but BeJay makes his get away with that, roll.
Great use of the reflector right there from Patrino to neutralize that Nikita edge guard. And it's looking pretty tough, On the surface, this seems like a big lead for Patrino, and it is a big lead for Patrino, but we can't remember that Fox is rather light and Snake is rather strong. So honestly, it could be any of them.
Yeah, it's all about the next hit. Being able to get that kill right here, this will not kill probably.
Not yet, we are getting close though at 242%. But there it is, the Firefox gets hit by the Cypher and apparently that causes a state spike. I would have liked to see the RPG right there once he rolled through the multi-jet, but he's doing pretty well. Patrino evening up the stock count, and we really had Fox's weakness on, and a lot of Snake's strength on full display right there.
Yeah.
If you can avoid those skill confirms, if you choose shield when you are in doubt, and Fox can only grab when you're in shield, and he doesn't have any impressive grab rewards, you can live to obscene percents.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier, about the difference between these characters when they die, and I think BeJay just gave a very clear demonstration of the difference between these two characters. Fox very light lived until 100, BeJay lived till 237. Well, you don't see that every day.
You don't! Watch yourself, there's a C4 right there. You forgot about it. I forgot about it, and Patrino did so as well. BeJay clutching out game numero 3.
Yeah. So BeJay is ahead 2-1.
Right. Like, you can't underestimate BeJay, man. Like, he was a Wi-Fi warrior in Smash 4, he did it in a couple of tournaments, but he has really grown into a sub-top player here in Ultimate. Honestly, we might have to start considering him a top player if he is if he's getting this far in top 8 and making Patrino switch back to Terry.
Yeah.
Normally, he tries to Terry for fun. If he loses against a really good player like BeJay, it is the Fox, and he tries to close out with the Fox, but BeJay actually making him switch back to Terry.
Yeah.
And making him regret it too.
Yeah, he's eating every single of these hits, and BeJay has been keeping Patrino off stage for quite a long time, and back you go, Nikita in your face.
This might not be a 0 to death yet, but it is a 0 to go at least for BeJay. Can he get that finishing move though? Can he get it? There's the C4, Patrino has the shield in time, but you know, okay, so you shield a couple of kills, you know, feel pretty good about that, but you actually need to get some sauce of yourself.
Right, gets the Nikita, will not kill just yet. Patrino trying to match that BeJay record of 234, but I don't think he'll make it. The C4 is on the platform, and BeJay is taking his sweet time to get back to the middle of the stage.
Normally he is quite a brawler, but look at this lead, and he wants to keep it as long as possible, using a lot more grenades than what we have seen from him previously. Patrino at 197.
208, Nikita will finish it off, and Patrino loses his first stock, only having dealt 53% to BeJay, and it's looking quite swell for the Snake player here.
Yes, it is, and of course on the second stock there is no goal meter for any ridiculously early kills.
Oh, I love these down airs. They just keep connecting, and it's so much percentage for the Snake player for BeJay right here.
Right, a full downer, a full neutral, it is all completely terrifying in terms of the damage output, and BeJay is making the most of it. Look at that. You might think this is pretty even, and then you notice the stock count, and you're like, ooh. This is not going as well for Patrino as he probably would have wanted after the return to Teddy. Go meter online, can he get that quick kill?
Yeah, he's looking for it. The Buster Wolf or the Power Gazer may very well finish it, but the dash attack is enough to take that stock. BeJay waiting, looking for something right here.
Right, and we see the 4 tilts going out from Patrino. He probably wants to confirm that into Buster Wolf. If I'm not mistaken, like those names are so weird, man. Like entirety of Teddy Bogart and King of Fighters, it's like a reverse weeaboo, if you know what I mean. It's Japanese people trying to be American.
Right. BeJay gets the forward tilt, uses the Nikita to further move Patrino off stage. Nikita will hit again. Will we get a third hit?
Yes, we will.
Oh no!
He was just out of fuel, and normally you expect what do you call it, a hitbox to neutralize the Nikita for a while. But the power dunk actually, you know, still gets hit by it.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen Patrino make good use of that go. Of course, he hit some Buster Wolves earlier, but the power gauge will take him out. And now the grenade from BeJay will further even up the stocks, but behind 61%.
Look at the lead that Patrino has managed to make for himself after such a disastrous start of game 4. It's Patrino looking to take it actually. That's an interesting turnaround.
Yeah, and that's that mental fortitude, you know. After that first stock, you must be so demoralized, but Patrino, he sees it as a challenge. He wants to rise up to the occasion right here.
As is befitting of Teddy Bogart, of course.
Always makes it back to the center of the arena, so to say.
Like all the main characters in these traditional fighting games. Oh yeah, that's it. A great dash attack there from Patrino.
Yeah.
But all these main characters from traditional fighting games, they are these. I mean, it's for the fight, you know, like these Ryu type characters. They are just
Yeah.
these warrior for the sake of being a warrior type dudes.
Yeah.
Although I think there's some cheesy backstory to do with family-based revenge for Terry. He's a construction worker.
Yeah, he has to earn money to get the dough.
There you go, kids. Get into carpentry and you'll be just like Terry Bogard.
Well, I'm not sure if it works that way, but
Get
you
strong.
can try. You can try.
You're gonna get fit, that's for sure.
Well, it's game number 5, and it will probably not be our last game number 5 right here. All these players are so evenly matched, and BeJay and Patrino are showing the level in the Netherlands right here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, of course, last game we started off with a huge lead for BeJay, but you know, Patrino managed to turn it around. We've also seen BeJay be the one to turn it around, so this could really go any direction.
Yeah, and
There's the C4, but he got the grab.
yeah, and we decided to go, or BeJay decided to go to town and city. I guess that will help with surviving the power gazers, but Patrino will not live against that Nikita.
Oh yeah, he's been having so much trouble versus these Nikitas, especially compared to the games where he played Fox, you know. He definitely had the tools to deal with the Nikita. Terry Bogard, not so much.
Yeah, he does have some tools to recover, but his recovery is mostly very linear. Does get the rising tackle right here, but it will not kill. Snake is quite heavy. So Patrino will have to look for another avenue, and the dash attack will do it once again.
It's so powerful. That's a big old dash attack, you know. And it's pretty fast too. It's actually pretty great.
Yeah, I think it's one of Terry Bogard's best moves. The back air almost takes him out, but the Nikita will finish it once and for all. BeJay is looking poised to make it into the next round.
Right, the Nikitas have been absolutely terrorizing Patrino this game. Let's see, oh, there's a crack shoot, tries to go for some cheeky juggles with the rising tackle and somehow managed to avoid both hitting BeJay and getting punished.
Alright, grenades in hand. BeJay trying to keep Patrino away from him, tries to keep Terry Bogard all the way on the other side of the stage.
But trades with the grenades, man, they are slowly but surely making life hard for Patrino. There's the power there.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, but BeJay just goes all the way up and air dodges back to the ground, makes it back to the middle of the stage, and now it's set up once again, but the dash attack, once again, these dash attacks are, well, he's not letting up.
Right, he's not really using him all that much in neutral. He's only using him when he has a nice read going on, and that means he keeps it fresh too. And with the power that Terry's dash attack has, it's been getting him a lot of kills.
BeJay patiently waiting in shield, no fear whatsoever. Go is online, and Patrino will have to make something happen. The up smash will take him out. BeJay advances to the next round.
Right, 1 second you are safely pressing that shield. You think you're alright, and then oh, you're alright, he up smashed.
Well, imagine if every Snake up smash had that